Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars Galaxy of Yeti coming to you with a little bit of a news update. So, I'm sure literally about every YouTuber has already read you the kit to Jedi Luke. I'm sure you don't want to hear it again, so I'm not going to read through it. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a little chat about the character and kind of where we see it fitting in. So, it's an interesting one. The first thing that stands out to me when I look at this character is they synergized him only with Jedi. Not Old Republic Jedi, but only with Jedi. Their synergies that they're offering, surprisingly, are the best Jedi that aren't Old Republic Jedi. Holy shit. What a magnificent thought, CG, you fucking idiots. Let's see. Okay, so General Kenobi now he's got to be in your Padme team. He also needs to be in your Cam team. He also is supposed to be in your Jedi Revan team. He also is, according to the synergies that they offered you, supposed to be with Galactic Legend Rey. So that's 4 teams for General Kenobi? 4. Brilliant. Well done, CG. Well done. General Skywalker. This one makes a little bit more sense. Shock T with the clones is excellent. However, General Skywalker also does really well with Jedi Revan. You can't use Jedi Revan with these guys. You can't use any of the Old Republic. You need to not be Old Republic Jedi. So, yeah, not really sure about that one. I think that one's pretty dumb. Oh, Yoda. Good call. You know what? Yoda's only necessary for Jedi Revan and generally for a Padme team that's going to go after a General Skywalker is usually the best 5th. Well, shit. Another character that, oddly enough, is just great. So who are we intending to use him with? Now, if you had built this kit sort of like General Skywalker, whereas the rebels that are now trash suddenly have a home. Oh, you'd be thinking. Because it's funny. Because when you look at actually Return of the Jedi, you look at Empire Strikes Back, you look at the Luke Skywalkers in the film, they don't work with any other Jedi. Shit. That's right, they don't work with any other Jedi. There's never been a Luke leading Jedi into battle or anything like that. But had you made this a home for, the people that these ridiculous roster fluff that you're making people relic to get this fucking character. So let's see. Rolo. No home. Not a good character. Doesn't really... I'm not spending Get 2 to get Rolo, so I think I'm never getting General Skywalker. The Jedi Knight Luke. So there's that. Lando. I mean, back in the day, he had that Wigs meta, so that could be kind of cool. But no synergy with Luke. So why not wedge Biggs and like Lando, Rolo, Captain Han? Why aren't these guys the guys that Luke synergizes with? I know, because CG is the devil. They're the fucking devil. They really couldn't mess this up more, could they? They couldn't really fuck this up bigger than they have. That's really what we're seeing right now. That's really this is the worst time to drop a character like this with the requirements that it's at. This is never going to be This is not a Galactic Legend beating character. Maybe it might find a bit of a home in a Rey team. There might be something here that works really well in that Rey team. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have Rey. I haven't thought about it that way. I haven't tried to figure it out because it doesn't interest me at all. I'm looking at a character that, once again, just like Cam, looks like a cool character. I'm never getting it. I'm just not going to have that. It's not much I can really do about that. I find it absolutely distasteful that it's going to require all of these characters that require your guild event currency, right? You need to have 7-star Hoda, 7-star Wampa. You need to have 7-star Rolo. Newer players won't have any Star Rolo. Newer players won't have any Star Capt Han. Lando, who the hell is a newer player and has worked on Lando? I mean, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous situation. Anyway, older players are probably going to be okay with the starring, but are you going to want to have like that kind of roster fluff? It's like the Galactic Legends all over again. You've got a bunch of shit characters that you can't use. Well, at least with the Galactic Legends, you can use the shit Resistance and the shit First Order with the Galactic Legend and still have a good team because it's a Galactic Legend. But, I mean, you can't even... I'm sorry, but that kick is just ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this thing. I've been watching this way too much. It's so dumb. Kick. Kick. Ugh. Cheers, guys. Holy shit. So anyway, there is a really cool function of the Luke lead, which once again, who you running with? But anyway, there's a cool function of the Luke lead. This might actually be okay for territory battles. Maybe, because once again, this character. Who are you running them with? The only teams that do well in territory battles, light side Geo, are like clones. General Skywalker with the clones, so you can get one of those two teams well. Padme does well. Rey, I think Resistance does well. I don't have Resistance yet. I'm still working on them, so I haven't even unlocked Jedi Training Rey. So I'm not sure on that one, but I hear good reports about Jedi Training Rey with Resistance team doing well, and obviously Galactic Legend Rey is going to do pretty well. Probably a pretty consistent 4 out of 4 for Galactic Legend Rey. But, you know, when I'm looking at this, I'm going, who are you running this guy with in Lightside Geo? And even the shitty Galactic Republic Jedi are going to have a team with Cam that's going to be better than this. But... anyway, so there's a function of the lead, which is actually kind of cool. It's a cool, it would have been amazing with the old school Rebels, like the old Wigs meta, with Lando, and then you throw in either Rolo or Captain Han. I'm thinking Captain Han would be nice to have a little revive in that team. If he had some Rebel synergy, why would you do that? I mean, he wasn't like a Rebel or anything. Anyway, so... basically, they're manipulating the speed down to Luke's base speed. So it doesn't matter what your speed set is on Luke. So basically what you would want to do, you'd still want to mod this character for speed, but you get him in front of the other team, and it pulls all their speeds down. So that's a pretty cool function. If his base speed is a generally decently low base speed, if he has a very high base speed, then it might not be that big of a impediment. It's funny how this all works out. Anyway, it doesn't work on Galactic Legends though, so of course that's a no-go. So you're not using him as a lead versus Galactic Legends. There's like a couple of cool things where he's got some stacking, his health and protection stacking, and then he's got up on his basic, he also gets some stacking there. Reduce critical damage, which is it's kind of cool, but obviously with relics you're running mostly offense and not critical damage sets. So, I mean, its usefulness is a little bit lower than it sounds. But all in all, this is the kind of character that I would expect to be, hero's journey-ish. And even then, I have reservations that this character is going to be able to get through the Revens, or if not, it's going to be attacked very well by the Revens. So there's an issue there. Obviously, Jedi Revan is fast, and he can throw a mark on Jedi Luke and maybe get him out of the game before the speed down hits. I mean, I'm willing to bet CLS can blow this up. I mean, a Relic 7 Han coming out of the gate, pop, pop, pop. You get CLS very fast. You have him go. He uses all his nonsense to get once again on Luke, and you can kill him right away. So I'm not seeing a good character. I mean, he's good. Like I want to be very clear. He is good, but for the requirements that they're asking, I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see him bringing up the characters you used to. Like, they literally made this almost a galactic legend in terms of the requirements. 9 Relic 3s. 9. And most of them aren't useful. You can say what you want about Wampa. I don't think Wampa's that great anymore. I think it's very, very dated. I don't think his damage is up there. I wasn't intending to really ever work on Wampa, just for the simple fact is I don't really think he's going to do much for my roster. I don't think he has a home. He has some use as somewhere to apply days. He's decent with like a dots team or something like that. But there's that. I mean, Hoda I think is fantastic, but Hoda's also one of those where if you take him to Gear 13, you probably just leave him at Gear 13 because he's there for the speed. Maybe you go up to like Relic 2, Relic 3, maybe. C-3PO once again. Maybe Relic 3, maybe. Probably only taking him to G13 for the speed, though. Rolo? Why? Capt Han? Why? Vader is good. Vader at like Relic 5 is actually hits really hard. From what I understand, he's a little bit on the squish side, but I've seen Relic Vaders do some really great stuff in Grand Arenas. I know guys like Malice and Black Mamba, they run them, and I see them do some really crazy big hits with the saber throw. So I mean, there's some definite use there, but obviously Legendary Chewbacca is amazing. So there's that. It's just yeah. I'm so confused at what they're asking for from these characters, and they're all the very difficult to star stuff. The stuff that like Captain Han used to be required for light side Hoth. And then they took that requirement away. From what I understand, I could be completely wrong. You can tell me in the comment section down below because this all predates me. So this is all things that I'm taking off the top of my head that I remember from people telling me about. So there's that. And I never ran Hoth long enough to get any Rolo shards. I have 86 Rolo shards. I've never activated her because she has no use anywhere on my roster. Lando, never paid any attention to him because, once again, his meta was gone and dusted by the time. And his I don't know if he's any good at Relic because I don't know anybody who's Relic'd him. So there's that. I think this is a major bust. Major bust. I don't think CG is going to see the revenues that they expect from this character, and I don't see people spending money on the characters needed to be Relic'd up to get him. I think you're going to get the people in like at the very, very top that are going to go for him, and I think anybody else who's very close might go for him, but if they're not close, I don't see the spending. I don't see the draw. I don't see the team. I don't see what makes this character worth the whatever $1,000, $2,000 they're trying to get you to spend to get him. With that in mind, I just basically want to say I think CJ's lost their bloody mind. I think their big plan was post-Galactic Legends. They were expecting a lot of blowback on their obscene requirements. Like, we just spent to get Galactic Legends, blah, 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 blah. We're not spending again. And so their big, bright idea was, well, if we release the most wanted character from Star Wars canon, then they will spend. The problem is they just don't look very good. Like, I don't see anything here that makes me go, shit, I'm not going to get him for months. Nothing. I'm going, all right, well, I see a couple of ways to kill him. That seems okay to me. So obviously, there's going to be some people that are going to spend and are going to get him, and we're going to get some footage of him pretty soon as basically it drops. And I'll be sure to try to get my hands on some and bring it back to you guys here and see what you guys got to say. But tell me what you guys think about. Jedi Luke here. Does he live up to your expectations? Is this what you were expecting? Do you see something here that I'm not seeing? Do you think he's actually better than he is? If so, tell me what and tell me why, because I don't see it. Do you think he's going to have some use in Rey's team? I was actually really afraid of the idea of him, the buff to Kylo being about, Luke interactions with Rey. That's obviously not the case. Looking at his kit, I'm going, nope. Kylo is not scared of this at all whatsoever. I genuinely don't think that there's much of a Malik killer in here either. So, yeah, I mean, this is a baffler for me. This is an absolute baffler. Anyway, if you liked the video, do give us a thumbs up. We did just get some new hardware, so the voice is sounding a little bit differently. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. We're always trying to put out new stuff and trying to cover things as much as I can as they come in. But of course, this is CG, so there's not a lot going on besides what they're trying to sell you. CG, right? Maybe they'll release some content that's playable at some point. Who knows? It could happen, right? It could happen, right? Right? Anyway, I'm going to go finish the rest of my bottle of wine, and then I'm going to get ready for my stream for later. Have a good one, guys.